10 greatest anime of all time. This topic has never been 100% factual where everyone was just agreement on it. And the reason because of that is their favorite anime probably does get in. This anime that they didn't like somehow got in, but their favorite anime did, and now they're mad. But and this list right here, it probably won't be perfect either. Like, and I know I'm gonna miss an anime that one of y'all really love, and y'all are gonna get mad at me in the comments for it. But it's so hard to do this when you only can pick 10 anime when there's tens of thousands of anime out there. So there's definitely going to be some that I miss, but I'm going to try my best to make it as good as possible. Now I'm going to start off with 3 honorable mentions, because not everything's definitely not going to be in this list. Like, I'm definitely going to miss stuff, but for my first one, I have Pokemon. Now, the reason why Pokemon isn't actually going to be in this list is because I feel like it's more of like it's a cartoonish anime that doesn't really feel like anime. Obviously it's an anime, but I just feel like there's more better anime that go more into like story depth, and like I don't think that it should be in the top 10 greatest like animated show. Yes, but I don't think it should be in this because I don't really consider it like a real anime. And for the next honorable mention, I'm gonna have to say Rent a Girlfriend. Now, I don't know if most of y'all have even seen this show before, but it's a 3-season show, and I think they're coming out with more. 3 seasons, and it's about this like guy who rents a girlfriend, and then he actually like wants the girl like in real life, obviously, but there's other girls that he also rented. Now they want him, and now it's just a whole bunch of like intertwines and stuff, and it's like a crazy story. But the reason why I didn't make it into the top 10 is because this list is too packed and stacked for Rent a Girlfriend to sneak its way into the top 10. Now my final honorable mention is definitely going to get some people mad, but my next honorable mention is Death Note. Now the only reason why, and I mean literally the only reason why Death Note did not make it into my top 10 list is simply because I didn't finish the show. I'm sure that when I do finish it, it'll be in my personal top 10, and it'll be in the top 10 just for me, period. But right now, I can't put it in the top 10 if I only finished like 10 episodes. I can't put it in the top 10 just yet. But once I finish the show, I'm sure it'll be able to go into my top 10. Off at number 10. Oh my gosh, we're already about to start this list with an anime that no one has probably ever heard of. But it is called More Than a Married Couple, But Not Lovers. Oh my gosh, this is the only anime that I rewatched because I thought how good it was. It's a romance anime where a guy and a girl are forced into a room or like a dorm room together, and they have to like talk to each other and gain points by like the more married couple, like stuff that married couples do, the more that they do it, that's how much more points they'll get on their thing so they can get past the school. And I don't want to spoil anything else for y'all, but it's a romance anime. It's really good. I wish I could put it higher on this list, but this list is too much anime. This list, it can't go any higher than this. Now at my 9th spot, Bleach. I don't even know what to say about it. Just Bleach. All right, Bleach is the 9th spot. Obviously, Big 3 is it. I feel like it has to be on this list. I did watch it. I'm not just putting it on the list for no reason. I did watch the show, and it was good. But I feel like it was hyped up more than what it was probably supposed to be. And I don't know that some of y'all probably don't even know what I mean by that, but I feel like I came in with expectations of it being like a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10, and it ended up being like an 8 out of 10. It was good. Like, I loved it, especially the Soul Society arc. I love that arc so much, but I can't put it any higher than a 9 because it didn't feel like as good as it was supposed to feel. Now for the 8th spot, an anime that has been popping off recently, My Hero Academia. Now even before My Hero Academia, I loved My Hero. No, I was not one of those simps or those shipping people who were shipped like Uraraka and Jiro, or Jiro and Mamoruzu, or freaking Bakugo and Deku. Freaking weird. But I wasn't one of those people. I like My Hero because I actually like the fighting scene, the story, and how it's developing. And after this final season is coming out, it feels like it has gotten so much better. The fighting has gotten way better. They finally are starting to like the story is finally coming full round. It's about to end, and I just personally think that by the end of it, it's going to be in like most people's top 10, or at the very least in their top 20s. I feel like My Hero was a very underrated anime, and I felt like it should have got more love from the beginning. And now at number 7, we have Demon Slayer. Now, I was very tempted to put this into my top 5, but I can't, and it's for the sole reason that it's a new gen. It hasn't even finished yet, which, yeah, My Hero also hasn't finished, but the story is basically getting wrapped up, and all the main points are already getting hit. Well, for like Demon Slayer, they still got 2 more movies to come out. They still had to cover the Infinity Castle. They only got to like 3 fights, and it hasn't fully finished yet and matured. But I do really love this show. It was like one of the first shows I ever watched. Demon Slayer was the second show I actually watched. The second show I started watching. The first one is further down in this list, y'all see, but this was the second show that I ever watched. My brother put me onto it. If you haven't heard of Demon Slayer, I genuinely don't know how. It's like one of the biggest shows right now. And the movie came out, and then that just like blew up in popularity. Now anime movies are probably going to be way more popular because of Demon Slayer. And at number 6, we got Jujutsu Kaisen. I wanted to put this one higher, just as I wanted to with Demon Slayer, but for the same reason, it's a new gen. It only has 2 seasons in a movie. I cannot put it any higher than this. But I do feel like by the end of it, this is going to be a top 5 anime of all time. That may be a little crazy to say for top 5 anime of all time, but at the very least, I do think it's going to be in everyone's top 20, top 10, most likely. And I personally feel like it's going to be in the top 5 for me. But the story, it's actually good. Like with Demon Slayer, the only reason why it's even above Demon Slayer right now is because Demon Slayer's story is very bland, which is better for new anime watchers when they're coming in and they need something to just like watch, and that they don't have to like really like pay attention to every single little detail. But Jujutsu Kaisen story is actually like, it's better than Demon Slayer's, but it's still like, it's not that good. It's a new gen. Most new gens don't really care about the story, but this one. It's just a little bit better. And the Gojo and Sukuna fight from the manga, you know how much, like, I have never seen a manga fight get so much love and attention as this one did. Like, this fight was one of the like biggest manga fights in the anime history, I'm pretty sure. Like, it was that big. Like, if you don't like it, I mean, you probably just don't like fighting animes, but by the end of this series, I feel like it's gonna get to top 5 status. And we have at number 5, another big 3 anime. We have Naruto. Man, I feel like this one probably should have went higher up, but this is the list I'm making, and I'm gonna stick with it. Naruto, obviously, it's a big 3 anime, one of the greatest animes of all time. But I have a few problems with it. One, I don't like how much filler it had, which I know you could just skip the filler, but like when the filler becomes that much, I don't like it. Like it's like y'all not taking time on the actual episodes, and if y'all have like half the show filler, then like I just personally, that was a big one for me. And they just completely forgot about the side characters, man. Like it's Naruto, Sasuke, the whole show. Rock Lee and Neji literally got forgotten. Rock Lee and Neji got forgotten. Rock Lee was one of my favorite characters in regular Naruto, and then he just completely vanished when Naruto Shippuden came. Did nothing. Did literally nothing. He got a filler episode where he fought Naruto in one of his crazy freaking Tail Beast Rampants, and I don't like that. I don't like that. They should have gave him more love, but it's still obviously a great show. I love the 4th Grade Ninja War, but I'm not putting it anything above fit when they completely forget about the side characters. It's so annoying. I actually liked Rock Lee, and they just completely just left him. Time for anime that I really, really, really freaking love. Hunter x Hunter. Ooh, I love this anime. Okay, I mean, I don't know where to start. It has like it has a very good like duration, how long it is, 144 episodes, very good. You know, it's a good like amount of time to watch a show that you actually like. Good duration. Obviously, the show is just fantastic. I don't really like Ahsoka like other people do. For some reason, people like it. Maybe because like he's a strong villain, but I don't like how sus that nigga is. I just don't like it at all. But he is. I feel like the rest of the villains and the rest of the side characters more than make up for that. I mean, just the first arc, like the first arc is already one of the best arcs in all anime, just period. Like it's one of the best arcs in all anime, period. The Hunter exams, that was literally just one of the best arcs, just period. It's one of the best arcs. I can't even stretch enough. It's just one of the best arcs. And then the Chimera arc. I don't know why niggas do not like this arc. You have Meru versus Netero. Yeah, Meru versus Netero. Freaking Gon versus Pito. I don't know how to say her name. Pito. Freaking Killua versus, I don't know how to say that nigga's name. The red nigga, Uraga, whatever his name is. The big nigga. Like that whole arc was just, it was peak. The beginning of the arc was a little slow though. The beginning of the arc was slow, so I guess I can see why people didn't rate that high. But then also another thing that I'm gonna have to say, and that's the reason why I cannot get into the top 10, is this anime will probably never be finished. The Black Wall arc, I feel like that, like if the anime finished, I feel like this would have been one of the best shows ever, just period. But the anime didn't finish, so, and it's probably not going to finish, so I can't put it in the top 3. Sorry, Hunter fans. And for the top 3 anime, starting off with the third spot, I have Fairy Tail. Now, this is an incredibly biased opinion. I'm just going to say that off the bat. This was the first anime I ever watched, by the way. The first anime I ever watched, I loved how immersed and I'm not a smart nigga. How much it got me entertained. And this is the anime that got me into anime. Like, I feel like I almost have to put it in the top 3. But I'm not just putting it in the top 3 because it was my first anime. That would be stupid. No, I'm putting it in the top 3 because I actually liked the show. I loved it. I love the guild games. The guild games? Wow, I'm stupid. The guild master games, whatever it was called. Okay? When they were in that arena, I loved that. And then I loved, okay, not loved, but I liked the fight with Agnologia and the rest of the Dragon Slayers, but it could have went better. It could have went better. I just don't like how he was able to just take everyone's attack, and then all they had to do was combine their attack into one nigga, and then I was able to get him. Like, I don't really like that. But the kid coming out with the 100-year quest, I like. Haven't got to watch it yet, but I know I'm gonna like that. Hopefully, it does not disappoint me. I've seen the animations. It's not good animation, but I mean, who was expecting it to be good animation, right? Like the show was consistently, like, the big points of the show was not the animation. It was never the animation, but I am excited to watch that. But I have to put this in the top 3. It's one of my first animes ever. This is so biased, but one of my first animes ever, and I can't not put this in my top 3. This is biased, but I can't not put this in my top. Now, for these next 2, I had such a hard time deciding which one should be first. And it was between Attack on Titan and One Piece. And Jesus Christ, I did not know which one to pick. I mean, these 2 shows have the best story. Just period. These are 2 shows that have the best story. And I didn't know which one to choose. But eventually I did come to the conclusion. I put Attack on Titan at number 2 on my list. Now, oh man, should I really put that at number 2? Okay, yes. Attack on Titan is at number 2. Like I said, for Hunter x Hunter 1, this is the perfect duration of shows. Like a perfect duration of episodes. It has, like, what? 150, 175, something like that. It's not a lot. It's not that much episode. Well, obviously it is, but like, it's not as much as like One Piece, the one I said first. But it gets to the point well, not gets to the point, but it gets where it needs to get. But I feel like this is the best written, or not best written, the best story, which is best written. Wow, I am dumb. The best written story of all anime. Second best written story of all anime. And the fights and the end. Let's talk about the end. When that first came out, people didn't like it. And I didn't understand. Like, what were y'all expecting the ending to be like? Like, I feel like the ending was going to be hated no matter what. The ending was probably going to be hated no matter what, because it was a very big show. No matter what the ending was, it's going to be hated. And that's the same thing with One Piece. No matter what this ending to One Piece is going to be, it's going to be hated no matter what. It could be the best ending of all time. The best ending you can imagine. And it's going to get hate. It's going to get hate because it was a long-running show. It's the best. Like, it's going to get hate no matter what. And it just sucks. But I do have Attack on Titan number 2 because, oh my gosh, the story is just way too good for me to put it anywhere below the top 3. And obviously, we just talked about it. At my number 1 spot, I have One Piece. Did you expect anything different? Like, yeah, maybe Attack on Titan could have beat it, but I don't think anyone expected anything different but One Piece to be in my number 1 spot. I mean, I literally was wearing One Piece shirts in my videos, but One Piece. Like, come on. This is a 1,000-episode anime that has been consistently near the top or just straight up at the top for years. For 20 freaking years, the show has been at the top or near the top. When you say peak, when you put peak in a dictionary, that will be a picture. A picture of Luffy's straw hat will show up. This show is the longest, not the longest running show, but one of the longest running animes. And the fact that it can actually stay like at the top is insane. Because this anime has been going on for 20 years. And it's still able to stay at the top and be on top of its game. And in every new episode, and oh my gosh, okay, let me just shut myself up. This manga is going freaking stupid. I'm not going to spoil anything. Or you know what, I ain't even going to spoil stuff. Spoilers ahead. Boom. This manga, the freaking Elbaf mural, we had Loki, the God Valley incident. Finally, we're getting some information on what happened there. The God Valley incident. Rocks just got Yomi Reversey in the most recent chapter. Oh my gosh. After getting his reveal, figuring out he's a good father, good captain, he's a good nigga. And then he gets Yomi Reversey, and now these niggas are gonna have to kill him. Oh my gosh, this story is really making it to where you have to hate Emu. And now, I used to not like Blackbeard, but now I'm just like, I can see why he's doing what he's doing. Because this nigga Emu is a terrible nigga. But, okay, let me stop my rant. Yeah, One Piece is the greatest show of all time. I don't think it will ever be beaten, just ever. I don't think it will ever get surpassed. And that is it for my top 10 list. Now, there is one anime I want to discuss before I close this out, and it's Dragon Ball Z. And just like Death Note, the reason why it's not on here, I didn't watch it. I know it's a pioneer of anime, and if it would be on my list, I would probably put it at like the number 7 or 6 spot, just simply because like it hasn't stand the test of time. Like, yeah, it's obviously the father of all anime. It's going to be one of the best animes to exist. Like years from now, people are still going to be talking about Dragon Ball Z, but I just have to mention that, and I'm gonna have Dragon Ball Z as another honorable mention. I should have mentioned it earlier, but I want to give it like its own separate thing to like really tell you like this anime. I didn't forget it. I know Dragon Ball Z is here. But anyways, yeah, that's my top 10 ranking. I know I got some stuff wrong. Just go ahead and flame me in the comments. But please like, subscribe, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Said that twice. Thank y'all so much for watching the video. I love you guys, and goodbye.